We are white. We take this one.
All right. Shall we?
We off, right?
Good match.
Good match.
We're
match.
recording?
We're recording. Good match.
Let's see, nice
All
match.
right.
All right, play well.
3-3.
The ladies get the three doubles here, right?
That's how it works. It's all yours.
All right,
Just the double T.
of course. Love it.
We'll do a 5 and a 1.
Yep.
Okay.
No, hit
Oh,
hard.
I'll take a while to break that down.
Exactly.
Fortuitous.
Nice. Easy.
Yep.
Wow, we're both 0 PRs so far. This is awesome.
People are great.
Let's see how long we
Where
can
was
keep
this
it.
yesterday?
Ooh.
Nice roll, nice play.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Just thinking about moving him up so I can jump down here.
Yeah, I like this.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think so, not much else.
Yeah,
The
I would
5
like
is
to do
forced,
this.
and then the 1
Yeah.
is forced. Yeah, go for it.
Because I don't want to get hit out here. Then you would have 2 shots.
Make that point.
Yeah, we kind of have to make that point. Now,
So
kind of
I
strip.
could jump over.
I think they're kind of scary. I'd rather have an anchor up there. And,
We can hit him.
nah, I like them back there. I think that is our point.
Right here?
Yeah.
Got it. So the anchor's important.
Ah, okay. Bring down.
Yeah.
2.
Yep.
Bring this one
Yeah.
out.
One more.
Another builder down
That
here.
was my first instinct, so go ahead.
The
I
other
mean,
one
the
would be-
alternative is there,
Yeah.
but
I think the builder is better.
okay, yeah. I think we have a racing lead, and therefore I'm not so afraid of them jumping, and we don't have to attack them if they run.
Good one.
I'm gonna do a quick count. So-
Point?
Well, no. So this is the whole thing. So we need to see. Well, we can't point on them. We can run up there. So let's do a quick hit count here.
They got 140.
This is 77, 83, 123, 127, 140. Can you remember 140?
Yes.
And then we have one up there, 60, 70, 80, 81, 91, 101, 102, 128. What did I tell you to remember?
140?
So 131. So we are a little behind. Which means we don't really want to give up the anchor. Although
48 plus 240.
it is appealing because it remakes the point, but we are behind significantly. So if we run, we're prone to attack. We don't have a point yet. If we make an innerboard point, we're susceptible here to all the 1s and 9s.
So maybe the
That's a
5
lot.
to get him out of danger and then just over to here.
If we do that, we'd probably come down and hit them.
Yeah.
Might do that.
Much more about the 4 o'clock. We're going to 5 here.
No. Just go ahead and hit them.
Oh, go ahead and hit.
Yeah.
And hit here.
Yeah. So we're behind. We have that back anchor, and maybe they come in on a low number.
We have the stronger board, so let's come to their edge.
And bring this
Yeah,
one.
that's the best one. Yep.
I guess we point here.
I think so. Yeah, I think you're right. If we could make a point and hit, we could do that. Right at it.
This
at least 2, right?
At least here.
Sixes are. It's better to block 6s than 5s, and we're not so hugely ahead in the race that I would just go to the 5. So I think I would do that.
If they roll 5, double 5s, then they would be out.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't see the need to leave them this shot. So I think that's one. And the other. That's my opinion.
Right, so he ain't going nowhere.
That's stuck.
And by blocking 6s, it makes the 6s there go deeper, which is worse for them.
We can't really hit because we leave another block too.
Correct.
So
So I guess we're doing that.
I like that.
Making the best of it.
Still can't jump there 3 times. Yep, that's me.
Yeah, basically, until I double the
Maybe do a quick count again, just to make sure.
Well, I mean, we can make this point. I don't like it. I mean, we can make this point.
Well, I think we might have to make the aces fine. Let's
The
make
aces
it.
point.
Yeah. Again, if we could make a point and hit and leave 1 block,
Right.
I'd be into doing that, but
But
not
not
make
2.
it 2.
Okay, got it.
So, 50 good?
No. I don't think we have enough of a racing lead. So they can take, with a 3-point board, they can take even like 10%. I think we need enough of a racing lead. And we still can't jump
I
it.
cannot get out of that.
That's 3 primes more than you think.
Yes. Even after we take that into account. But then there's no grade 1, right? So may as
I
well
mean, we
just
could get it here, but I think we should play
Look at
one
it.
behind them.
Well, why not? I mean, if we come down, we're only giving them double 5s, which is a pretty darn good number, even if we're not. So it's just one number out of 36. Yeah, I'd rather not go behind them, unless they're making a point.
So that's awesome.
So, 2-1.
Yep.
Pass.
Nope, we're right. Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. I thought we could.
We could use a double 5 now, but that's not happening yet. I'm looking at this one.
Yep.
Nope, didn't work. What's wrong
First
with
person
you?
to get 5s is going to win this game.
That's a 5, but not the right one. However,
As 5s go,
Yep.
it's up there.
That's good.
hope that we,
So now wait, so we're going to keep talking. So we're not doubling now. But before we roll each time, just stop and let's decide if we're doubling or not.
okay,
Okay? So go ahead and roll.
okay. Need a 5.
And not that one, but that's fine.
That's 2 5s. That's 2 3 2s in a row again. 2 3.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll again.
And the 5. Did not get it.
Nope.
So, we move this one, or this one?
Just from the top.
From this one?
Here,
Yeah.
if we roll a
Which
6.
was more painful, the double 4s or the double 3s?
I want to move this one because double 6s.
No, after double 6 would be good anyway. You normally just kind of go from the back
from the
in all
back
these
end.
positions because it just leads to lots of awkwardness.
I would rather wait.
I'm willing to wait. Sure.
You need a 6. 6. I need a 5. Another 5, but the
Another
wrong
5.
one. That's 3 5s in a row.
Ah, nice. Okay, 6. And yeah, I guess better to give them 5-5 than to give them 5-4, right? Because 5-5 is good anyway.
But if they roll double 5s, they would hit us twice.
Oh yeah, so it would be doubly good for them. But I still would rather double 5 is going to be very good for them. If they get it, they deserve it. So.
Actually gives us a hard choice. We get both or just jump out and one.
Now we can.
Now because of their 3-point board, we can double, regardless of the race. So do it.
That's a take.
So I actually think it's a pass. Getting down to a 3-point board, if we hit, we can't win.
I don't think it's a take.
You know, with a 4-point board, we can take. 3-point board, we we lost it.
Okay, so 4-point board would have been a case.
Yeah. Did we just have double twos?
Yeah.
Did we break 2 points?
Yeah, I did.
Oh.
Yeah, no, we weren't supposed to break 2 points.
I guess you could have just broken the.
Yeah, we should have just broken those.
Oh, I should have broken to there.
Yeah, we just didn't.
You know, I didn't even
wonder.
see that. I saw
Yeah,
that.
I
you
made me
made the
think
play,
like,
and I
how
went,
did
didn't
we
see it
break
either.
both? Yeah, because I'm thinking it would have
Like
had to
a
been double
double
fours
three,
to both, or
yeah,
double
double-
threes.
You're right.
But this
I
time,
missed that, sorry.
yeah, it's okay. So now
I
we
think now it
pass.
just makes the decision easy.
It does
Otherwise-
make it easy.
Otherwise, it was harder.
The other way would be a take, and it would be like a, you know, you kind of have to take. But
Why
this is-
don't you hit the clock?
Yeah, hit the clock.
You're sure of the pass.
Yeah, we're
You
gonna
can still
pass.
talk. I mean, if you want to
Yeah.
take a little time to talk, you know.
We're good.
So my general reference.
I like
and
listen. I
My
learned from
general
Roberto.
reference and all this stuff, and all these kind of games when you're busted and contained, when you get down to 3-point board, it's generally a pass. Okay. Unless you're really convinced it's a take. You know, if we had this anchor, maybe even this one, but when you're down to 3-point board, you can no longer win if you get hit. And they can really play aggressively also. And
Gotcha.
you know, we
Good
need
thing
double
to learn.
fives. Even a five's bad. We can't wait them out. So we have a racing lead. So if we were up here, we'd better run clearly with more numbers faster. With like double fives or double sixes, you know, double fours even when they break the top point. With this we can't.
I learned an interesting fact the other day. You know, that was if you get down to a 2-point board,
Yes, sir.
you're crunched just on the ace and deuce, and you still have one checker, and the opponent, you know, has just some sort of normal, reasonable game. It's always a pass. You know, like you don't even have to have like a fully made board. It could just be.
Oh yeah.
You know, your ability to navigate that minefield, and you can just get hit with impunity. And when you get hit
They
loose,
come in automatically.
They just automatically come in.
So if you're stuck with a 2-point board,
It means that your hits
It's a
are
pass.
so impotent.
impotent,
Yeah.
yeah.
Where in
Just don't even do
3-point
it.
board, hey John.
Like the race becomes irrelevant basically. Like, you
And
know,
yet it could be really easy to someone, but they're so ahead in this race. That, you know,
yeah. With that it gets more complicated when you have checkers on.
oh, that's different.
Yep.
That's 15. We're just still talking
Yeah,
about
yeah,
one.
15 checkers.
Okay, yeah, because with one you could get closed out, and you know if you've got once you have like 5 checkers off, they need to close you out before they can double.
Yes.
I mean, assuming there's only one checker in play and it's right
So
score.
you can roll both, and we'll just be the black checker, they're the white checker. So you can throw both dice to the
You're
bottom.
white, you're black, we're
Okay.
both.
Loser's privilege, but
All right.
Yeah. So that's us. So we have
That's us.
5-2.
No, we're white.
I'm looking at a 5.
Yep.
Okay.
again, we're 2 dice.
Oh, nice. I get what you did there.
So I'm doing 2 to here.
Yep.
And I can bring 1 around or I can bring 2 more in here.
I'd bring one around.
Okay.
Yep. I like one around.
1, 2.
It's like we completely skipped the checker and
Do you
hit the
mind
builder
if
to
I-
make a better point.
OCD.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Oh, like that. So,
I agree, starting with that.
the other thing is I could come here, but I think I'd rather come up.
I'd rather do 2 good things, and one of them is kind of great than one great thing.
Yes.
So, yeah.
I could come out, but I think I'm not making this point.
Would be this point.
This point right here.
Yeah, see, I think it's making this because if you come out, we're leaving a shot with a 2 and with a 5. So now we make our first point. Plus, I'm really particular. I like making a first point in the board before I run out.
You like making the first point in this board
before I do any
before
run
you run out.
And good shots.
All things being equal. Yeah.
I would like to keep them there.
Yeah, that's right.
I actually would like to come from down there and
There's another alternative play. I mean, that was 11 shots, right? What if you make the 3 points? How many shots does that make?
6-1.
6-5.
One step.
So it's 6-1. 6-2, 5-3, 5-4.
Well, 5-3 is safe, actually.
Oh yeah, 5-4.
Let's see, the sevens and eights.
Oh no, 5. They can't do
So
5.
the sevens are
Make it-
6-1.
make it not
Go and
seven.
make it, and actually do it, so have a look at it.
Oh, that was 5.
Yeah, just offset it like a half
Right,
inch.
and now it's like 6-1 and 6-2, and 4-3, and 4-4. All right, so I think that's 7.
Yeah.
That's better than 11, and you make a point.
I learned to count checks better.
Run.
Yeah, I think we go for it. No, we go for run. Yeah. So our reason for a run here is, well, let them.
Or either way, I mean, you
Yeah,
can talk or...
is the reason for a run.
I'm
Go ahead.
gonna pause because I think these are educational.
This is
I'm
great.
totally fine with
And
mini
now we have the
lessons
point. It's really hard to defend with one checker anyway. We're not making a point. Like if we were making a 5-3, like if 5-4 made this point or something, maybe I'd go for that.
especially if
I
it's
don't
on
know.
top of a checker.
Yeah, if it was on your head for sure. But right now, it's not doing anything back there. It's just slotting.
I mean,
it's not going to get better to run.
If you don't run now, are you waiting for a 6-5?
It's
And
going
right
to
now,
get worse.
with only 3
You could
back.
block it.
It's always, Steve Sachs gives us advice. He says, well, what are you afraid of coming out here? Well, you might get sent back. But if you stay back, you're
already back.
sent That's right.
That's good.
So,
That's interesting.
I mean, sure, it's better to not be on the bar, but not too much worse. And now when we
Especially when
miss
there's primes. It's like, how many checkers do you have to prime? 2. If we run out and get hit, how many have you have to prime? 2.
all right. Anyway,
Okay, go ahead and hit the clock.
there's even a rule of thumb. I've heard it referred to as Pottle's law, which says, run the last checker out. In other words, it's generally right because the advantage of having nothing back is so big.
Well, I did the corollary of Pottle's law is except when you're making the first point on the board.
You need to make the first point first.
Well, you always run the last checker except when you're making the first point on the board. That's my
If you have a choice of the
It's
two,
also wrong sometimes. But
if you have a choice of the two, make the first point instead of running.
I mean, it would depend what point and where they are. Always, it's always
But
dependable.
you've got a, almost a.
I mean, if you're running out
2/3.
perfectly like a 6-5, okay, you're always going to do it. Okay, you're always going to run out.
But run the
full
last
safety.
checker out is a pretty good rule of thumb because when it works, there's a big qualitative advantage. You have no checkers back; they do.
Yes.
And if you're only looking at a single shot,
Right.
then it's hard to find an exception. A double shot, now people are a little more nervous, right? But here you get hit less than half the time.
Right.
Okay, now hit them. More than
That's
that.
right.
Double 4. All right, now you can do it temporarily. We'll count the pips after. All right. I continue with that one. No, if we're gonna make the running play, go ahead. Okay, so let's pause and count the pips. Okay, 24, 29, 43, 60, 86. We have 118. There's the 1. There's the 8. And you've got 38, 68, 74, 115. Right, if my calculation's right, they're up 3 pips in this race, right? And we count them one more time, 38, 68, 76, 117, all right, not as high. They've got 117, and I think we're going to have 118, 29, 60, 86, 118. It's pretty close, but unless we were actually ahead in the race and maybe even ahead by more than 4 pips, that's when I would definitely run. I say keep contact. So go back. And you've got 2 more 4s to play.
So that's 1, 2,
2, 3.
3, and slot the
I like that play. Yeah, go for it. I could be wrong. The only reason the other play might have been
Yep.
better is it would have put pressure on that check. More pressure on that check. Alright. Go.
I could do that one, but we're still behind.
Well, we're not that far behind. I'm happy if he wants to give us 8 shots. So come on down. No. Don't do that unless we had a really good reason to do it. So that's the 5, and then come down.
I'm surprised.
You know,
So
we're just.
that gives them more control of the whole.
Yeah, but if they do it, they might leave us a shot, and I'd welcome that, to be honest. So. See, like,
I'd
I'm
probably
not
move
even
1
sure
all the
we
way.
could, like run to the 13 point, even if it was there.
Generally, you want to move
Because
your checkers
I think
behind the anchor as possible.
On the other hand, we're pretty strong.
If we had a better race lead, I'd bring it down. The 3-2 is kind of a windy roll. So you got like a 6 something or something like that.
Yeah, it is. 5, 4. Good.
And 5.
I like that. Yeah, sure. And then another count. This is 40.
Now the board goes sweet.
62. 102.
But you have to count. It will make a difference if you want to leave that shot now. I don't think we're leading that much.
105.
We're also
Minus 8.
46, 86, 96, 100.
97 to 102.
I have 102 for you. And you have 97 for us. Number 102.
Okay.
30, 60, 68, 78, 76, 79, 89.
105 minus 8.
Yeah. So we're ahead. I'm not sure if I want to give them those 8 shots now. I mean, the 6 shots.
I don't feel comfortable with it.
It's only like 5 shots. I want to do that when we can have a good double after. So if we don't do that, we're going to move this.
Yep.
6 and then 2. Yeah.
I like that.
I like it.
They're crunching pretty soon. They're going to have to move.
Yeah, hopefully when they do, we can have a good board. And now I think we just have to, we have to go for it now.
Time to go for it?
Yeah, so 6, down with 1, 6,
And here?
and then do that. Yep.
I'll roll.
Worst case scenario, you can at least hit a 1 some of the times that hit us.
I think we should run out.
Well, we're still behind in the race. So it's not like, oh boy, if they miss us now, we're in great shape. We're not crunching with the 6-4 yet. They do have that blot in their board, but boy, if they roll one of their bad racing numbers, like a combination of 1s, 2s, and 3s, those become phenomenal numbers. So let's just make the 6-point board and see if they want to point on us.
But wait,
after that.
okay. So we're not able to leave.
I think that's fine. It's no more dangerous to leave next year.
Ready for a double?
Well, I don't think we have in the race. We can count again. So here they have 44. They have 84. So if you remember 80, well, no, they have 86, 42, 86. And then we have. We get rid of this one here. We got to get rid of
About
this.
88.
Get rid of those two. This is symmetrical. So this is. Let's check this right here. We have 5, 10, 12. So that's 60. That's 75. And we have 88. So we're actually down by 2 tenths. So
Generally, wait till you're ahead.
we're going to wait.
We'll wait. Okay. So just the pip count gave us the answer.
Yeah, so that's for sure, and I'd make the place. Yep.
We're up. We're down 6 pips in the race. Well, something to make us proud. Not too proud. Okay. Clear the 6 point.
Well, we can still wait. We can still wait to keep.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, these two in,
Yeah.
and then one.
Two. I just do
Bring them
another one.
both?
Yeah. Extra checkers on the deuce point and the ace is like wasted. It kind of hurts the race.
Okay.
So we just kind of go in for.
Uh-huh. I don't think it matters too much, but I'd still go to your original position. I might go 1, 2, 3. And
40, 50,
I'm not sure on the last one.
61, 68, 70.
Maybe that one.
Yeah, because I just have even here.
With wastage, we have 73, we have 74 with wastage. Remember 74?
Okay.
Okay? So that's 30, 36, 38, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 84. What do we have?
84.
Huh? We had, how much I said?
How much is that 84?
Okay, well they have 84. Let me do, I'm with wastage, I'm doing with wastage. So we have,
That counts.
do this symmetrical thing like this. So this is 10, 20, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 54, 58, 68, 72.
Do we have 72?
Yeah,
They have 84?
Because I
I think so. We should just double this one.
Now we just.
Yeah, we can double this.
Okay.
They've wasted, and we've got some okay rolls.
They have wastage because
So
there's so many up front.
they have 72
It's a clock.
pips, and without too much wastage, really. And we've got 30, I call these things 3 and a half. So we have like 40 plus 40 is 8, right? And they've got
Top
72.
players do all the adjustments.
72 to
They
80.
all adjust the wastage one way or another. There's some
We're on
subtleties.
roll.
They're on roll.
Almost experts
Normally,
in general.
normally
and the mathematicians
81 would be our
get
last point of last
30%.
take. On the other
Pulling it
hand,
down to,
I think contact favors
yeah,
them.
0.2%. I'm more like I can get down to about 0.5%.
You know,
Figuring it out. But
like I think the
for me, it's a lot
contact is in
easier.
their favor.
Yeah,
I
for
think
him,
it's a close
he's a
pass.
mathematician.
So pass.
So in this case, for us, the wastage helps us push this
So
over the bar.
we're gonna pass, and my reasoning is this. Now, if you just do the raw pip count, you got 72, all right? We have 78, and if this was just a race, 72, 78, it would barely be a double. It would be right at the double end, you know? But we don't really have 78. We're really more like this. I call this 2 as if it's a 3. And I treat these 2 as if they're each 3.5. Okay? So this is really more like an 80 position.
Because of the wastage?
Because of the wastage.
Okay.
These, these checkers will come off with 1s and 2s and 3s, but these checkers are going to come off with 3s and 4s. So that's why.
You're basically going to need a higher number to get it off.
Right, because once there's enough checkers on it, they're being taken off by larger numbers.
Gotcha.
So it's really like 72 to 80. Now, if this was just a wide open race, 72 to 80, that's still a take. It's like 81 would be a take even. Right?
So if she'd have been able to come out,
If we were out here and had a 72 to 80 situation, we would be taking.
Basically, the contact doesn't necessarily favor them anymore. Normally in a holding game, the contact favors the defender, but now it doesn't. You saw that they couldn't run before. Now if they just run with 1, we can attack them if we want to, if we get the good number. And if not, we're not going to have bad numbers.
Right. So imagine our next roll was like over here. We roll 6-2 and we roll here. And now you roll your worst racing numbers, 2-1 or double 1. it ain't so bad.
It's pretty good.
Now when maybe
And
even
so-
gammon, we're going to gammon.
With a number like 3-1, we can hit. We can
Pick and
pick
pass.
and pass.
Yeah,
So, and the final variable in this equation is these positions aren't, those 72 to 81 is designed for pippish positions. And just the fact that both of us are a little bit bottom heavy puts us in the point of last take is actually about 1 pip lower than normal. So it would even be 72 to 80. Just even if we were out here and it was 72 to 80,
Yes.
that would be right at the border of the take. You throw in the contact favoring you, and I think it's a pass. Anyway, so this is great. I think Roberto and I are learning from each other.
Question here. The idea of wastage. You say it's because we have to take these off with bigger roads, but when we have bigger roads, we already cleared these, and it doesn't really make any difference.
The wastage is going to happen all towards the end. The first few big rolls take these off, but later big rolls are going to take those off. Even if some of our big rolls took off some of these checkers, by the time we get down here, we're still going to have big rolls taking off small checkers.
But what does that hurt?
It just means that not all pips are created equal. That is, these are 15 pips, and it's going to take about, a total of 15 plus simple wastage. But whereas, you start putting checkers here, these are 15 pips, but they're not nearly as good as these 15 pips, right?
But why? Because if I have only these 15 pips and I roll, I'm in danger of rolling a 3, a 2, a 1. And
No,
I
but that
can't.
doesn't waste when you roll 3, 2, or 1.
You only waste when you go beyond the 0 point.
Okay.
And you never waste from a 6. Because in the worst case scenario, you can move the 6. The
Yeah,
waste,
this is actually why a lot of people don't know why when we do adjustment, when you don't have a check on the 6 point, I count. Everyone, as I said, everyone does wastage a little different with it. I count not having to check on the 6 point, it's wasted. They'd be like, well, why? You're still going to bear a checker off. But the point is, when you roll a 6, you're wasting a pip automatically. So you're not taking a good
and even though
advantage.
mentally you think, but who cares? It's a 6. It's a good number.
Still a pip,
But it
right.
just means that your
couldn't
dice
take
are not
advantage.
quite as potent as you're not playing as efficiently as you'd like them to. So it's about efficiency.
If there's time.
You have a nice new player here, nice lady.
I do. Do I get to
This
play
is already the highlight of my
Yes, of course.
tournament.
I lost.
Watching them and listening and talking. And, so thank you.
That's why I like doubles.
Have you met? Yes, I'm a friend. Oh, so it's okay. People recognize how fine I
Yeah, if this is popular like this, Edina and I will come here and divide up. And she can play with some woman and talk.
What's that again?
When this format's popular, I'll keep doing it. Edina, I'll end up playing Edina. She can play with someone else.
Yeah, right.
Team up with a woman.
Yeah, she'll like that. Wouldn't that be great if she did that?
Yeah, just develop her confidence to like be out there. She knows stuff.
She'd be
She's
a great
unsure about
partner.
being
She
featured.
would be as good a partner for Marianne as I would. I mean, no joke. Okay, 1-1, right?
1-1.
All right, loser gets the roll. And double 2. All right, let's try that again. So now we get to play double 2. No, 3-2. All right, so
I like bringing 2 down.
I like that when I'm losing in the match.
Okay.
But when it's tied, I'm more
3 down, 2 down.
yeah. But if we were trailing in the score, I would play the more aggressive. Especially against intermediate players who don't always know how to reply. Because if they split their checkers, that's like a win. All right, 3-2. Well, what do you think?
Well, just make the point.
Points. Okay, that's a solid point. Thank you.
Thanks.
Well, that's what we normally do with our 5-4 now. If they didn't make that point, we could do the run.
Right.
And even though you leave a shot, it's a good way to kind of get away with very solid.
It's almost like running the back checker.
Yeah, exactly.
So maybe a 5 here, a 4 here.
Yeah, that's fine. That's think that's our play for now.
5, 2. Now, I think they're ahead in the race because of that double six. So I don't want to play too loosey-goosey, right? Because it gives them added incentive to run. How about we play 5 and 2?
I like it like that. Perfect. Can't argue with that.
Well, or make the 4 point. How about 4 and 6? Make the 4 slot 2. Okay.
We can make this point.
Yeah, go ahead.
You don't want to run it?
No, we can't. It's not illegal to run, but I wouldn't anyway.
Okay.
We're down 9.
Oh, we can't. You're right. We can't. And you wouldn't have if we could.
No, not with.
Even leaving this one open?
Not with the triple shot.
We are
It's
required
not
to
the
leave a
time.
shot here.
Make our
Too
forward
easy
a
to
little
get
better.
After this roll, we're down 2 pips. So if we have to leave a shot, we may as well play it as constructively as possible.
A good opportunity here. Let's see if we can take advantage of it. We did not.
We did not.
It's actually a fairly weak roll.
I hate that.
I hate playing there. That might be what we have. We can't play 6 all the way.
Can't do it in 6-3.
If we bring it down, we're giving him the direct 6. And he's going to do 2 good things. He's going to jump our prime and hit us.
Yep.
There's a little bit of duplication on his 6 to cover. His board, number-wise, as good as ours, but his better structure. What's going to happen if we break this?
I don't want to break this.
What did they just roll? What did they just roll?
They covered
They
it.
feel like a 5-4 or something.
Yeah.
What's that?
Man, I hate jumping.
We have 133.
I'll just bring 2 down, I guess.
I'm good with that.
Yeah.
Minus 9.
When I'm not sure, I don't dump behind the anchor. I have to be pretty sure about dumping
That's good to
behind the
know.
anchor.
6-4. We finally get a shot that we hit. There's the 6.
It's a perfect roll for them.
It is the maybe our best roll.
Double 6.
Double 6.
So we're going to come in on a 1.
Yeah. Well, we would multiple
We can hit.
fours. Well, we could hit that.
Yep.
Okay. So look at a play. Go ahead and take it and put it on top of the checker. Just put it like on top of it physically, so we can mentally, like that.
Oh, I see, okay.
We imagine that we kind of hit it, and it's there. But there's gonna have a checker on the bar here. I do it this way because you never forget to put it back in the right place. With this, he's hitting us basically with 1-6, 1-2, 1-4, double ones, 3-2, 3-4, 3-6, 4-2, 4-6, 4-1. Boatload and a half. I stopped
I'll
counting when
even
I get
show
that
you,
high.
after when we pause, I'll show you my formula for this very same situation. The 2EH formula.
Okay. So knowing that,
We're not gonna
we're not going to do it.
We're not going to do that. Now, another risky play is hitting there, but we're not ahead in the race. And they're a better
No, they're
board.
still
So
discussing.
I would just break this too.
Once they make their play, we'll pause.
And then one more. We can move that one.
Well, I came in on a
Oh, we came with one. So just this then.
Done?
So I'm going to teach you my 2EH formula for that very sort of situation. Suppose you had it here. How many shots do we have, right? You count the number. How many of our numbers would enter? You had was it a 3-point board or a
3-point board?
So E is 3. We have 3 numbers that enter. And if you were here, how many of our numbers hit? we hit with 2s and 4s and 1s and 6s. That's 4 numbers that hit. All right? So as a very good approximation, it's 2, so E is 3, H is 4. It's 2 times 3 times 4, 2EH. It's 24 numbers that hit.
Out of 36?
Out of 36. Now you want to get it slightly more exactly. The numbers that come in
Almost everyone. The numbers that dance are 9.
Right.
So there's only a couple of numbers that come in and don't.
To be more exact, lesson 2 is we come in with 1s, 3s, and 4s. We hit with, what did we say? 1s and
6s, 2s.
1, 2, 4, and 6s.
I think there's like 1, 5 didn't hit.
All right, 1, 2, 4, and 6s. So there was only one number that overlapped among, no, 2 numbers that overlapped. 1, 3, 4, 1, 2, 4, 6. There were 2 numbers that overlap. You subtract the square of that number, and now you're at 20, which is the right answer.
Wow.
So 20.
Okay.
If they come in with 1, 3, and 4, and we hit them with 1, 2, 4, and 6, there were 2 digits that overlapped. 4 is 20.
Scotty says that every time we're in a shoe. He says he repeats that invariably, like every other time. Every other time we were playing shoe, he'd say.
Play what?
He'd say, "We all know the formula."
No, Scotty. Yeah, right.
I learned a new formula.
Yeah, no, it's a quickie. I learned it from Phil Simborg and sort of refined it. But it's good to know. It's good to know, and it's a good time saver, especially when there are a lot of shots, because then you don't want to. Oh, did I count this already? But just quickly, there's
Well,
like.
a lot of times when I count when there's a ton, I sometimes I revert to actually just counting
What misses? Yeah, right. 9 numbers.
When
miss.
9 numbers dance, you can actually just look what else misses.
Yeah. Okay. 5-1.
Okay, we can cover, or we can play this.
Right. Well, I kind of look at it.
That was one of the
Look at it
misses.
this way. But we would have rolled something different.
Of course.
All right, 5-1. I see it as if we cover here, then this checker is sort of staring at, it's got like at least 2 threatening checkers. In some ways 4, but really like 2 threatening checkers. If we play 5-1 here, then there's really just one number that's attacking us, 4s. Whereas if we're there, it's 4s and 3s that are probably attacking us.
If I count this correctly, all 4s is 11, and double 2s is 12, and 3-1 is 14.
Correct. Or if you know that there were 15 ways of rolling a 4, but double 1 was blocked, that's another way to get it.
Okay.
I think I'll go with this. And you didn't have to count the 6-4 because that was counted.
You want to bring him out?
Yes.
And then bring him in?
Yep. The reason I want to bring him out is
Let's count.
we need this guy to run. We need flexibility. We don't want to get stuck back there. This is good contact.
118, so we're up a pip. I don't think that's enough.
Right. Bring 4 down.
Yeah, I guess we could. But then there's no safe 6. I'm all about safe 6. Ever since the 80s. So I think we have to play safe. So let's go 6 and 4, right?
Yeah.
Otherwise, we have to leave a shot.
6.
Yeah, and he thinks
So we're
about the
5-6?
now.
Yeah. No, we do it. We want that flexibility. We need that timing. Again, we weren't behind by almost anything. It was about even. That's basically what it is.
All right, so the race was even. Which means we're ahead because of the roll advantage. So let's break contact as much as we can. And what is as much as we can? It could be this, or
Then you don't block 6.
yeah. I do like blocking 6s because the race is so close.
Yeah.
I think you're right. I think it's And there's another alternative play, because this might make it hard for us to clear these checkers soon. We could go 2 here and 2 there. And now we have freedom with these checkers that we wouldn't have if they were there.
Right.
So the race is close enough that I
And we
think
would have to leave the
I like
fast
blocking
lane,
sixes.
so-
How about that? Okay. I'm not a big fan
I think
of
that was a mistake.
Oh.
I think
Because
if
of-
you're ahead, we don't know. I'll just pause it for a second.
Yeah, please.
Because you're ahead, you know, and that's significant. Now you're ahead. I mean, we're on roll. With respect to
We're up 8 pips
Yeah.
before the roll.
But so they're probably around 58, you know, somewhere between 58 and 60%. Okay, in this, and this is the contact we want is right here. It's going to take them a while to clear this. It's going to be hard. And the other way, you can risk just an indirect 7, maybe indirect 8 or
And the
something
other way,
like
if
that.
you did this,
I just would have left. I would have cleared from
You
the
said
back.
go 9 and leave these 8 away. So
Yeah,
because
that's
the
6. You can
problem
still
here
play
would
this
be
6
that,
after.
unless we roll numbers that are big enough to play both across.
No, I'd go here, and then when you get a 6, you play here and leave it indirect, and be done with it. And then you're kind of clear, and you just turn into a race.
whereas he was
As you
saying
said,
play
breaking
this.
contact. And the same idea you said at the beginning, the same idea.
Right.
I think this reduces contact the most, and you're trying to reduce contact because you're in it.
I mean, generally, the advice I give to my beginning players is when you're winning the race, race.
But there is so many factors that you get scared of, like, well, what if we get a good number? And sure, if they know we're going to throw double 6s, you know, they'd rather do the other play. But the race is close.
I don't know that I still don't know that we're winning the race that much. That there's something to be said for blocking their 6s. A little, it's not quite the same as blocking their 6s from here, but so I'm not sure. Okay, that was
So you're here.
here, and you know,
Those were good.
I think you'd already moved it.
yeah, we did. Yeah, I think this is it.
Okay. So we good? Go ahead.
Every good hearts player, one player.
Very good.
If you want a spade, I don't have a spade. That way you can't pick and choose who you're giving it to. It stops cheating or stops. Depends on the rules. Everyone is the
He
rules.
said that. He said that right now. He said that. He announces.
We're gonna move one of these 6.
Yeah, so move that 6. Yeah.
And then bring him in.
I'd move this. Yeah.
This one here.
Yeah. Mainly because I want to have the timing right now to play the 6s in, and we're not quite racing yet. We're kind of.
I wonder which of us has the bigger problem with 6s eventually, because even though we're ahead in the race a little bit, you've got this distance
Yeah.
that's, you know, you may
I just
run
want to. I just want to make sure you leave it first. Yeah, I could definitely end up being the person who leaves it first. That's why I was already concerned of not doing the extra crossover. I'm not racing at this point. I'm still contacting.
No, I'm still thinking about maybe my play was right.
Okay.
Maybe for that reason.
Yep.
Well, now it's time to vary a little.
I don't play it.
You don't play hearts?
I don't even know how.
Well, neither do I.
That's right up Phil's alley right there. No, thank you.
So that's what I would do.
Right? Yeah. And so even though we're winning the race, they're the ones who are going to have trouble with the 6 before we do. I don't think it's a double yet. We have 30, 36, 39. I call it a 3. 55, 81. They've got 48 plus 36, 84. Not enough of a racing advantage. And I do not like breaking our board. So we're in. But they're the ones who have to roll the 6 first.
Maybe. Break these, you wanna run?
I'd break from the back.
I don't want to leave him shot.
You ready?
Yep.
Double three.
Okay, so we're doing that. And then wait. So we're gonna have one more after this with four. So I like to think about what the next one is first. Okay? So it'd be this one. Yeah, move that one. So now we have one more. And while this is great, I do kind of want to not leave as many shots. So now we're not going to have to leave with 5-1, 5-2, 5-3 if we leave this here. We might want to anyway. They might break, but it's subtle. This gets a little more wastage for us, but I would move that one. Yeah.
And I'm not sure, because in the event that there's no hitting, it just becomes a non-contact race, you would have been happier not having the gap. So.
But it's a lot of.
I don't think we have enough of a
You're not forced to leave a shot.
But
now
any
we would have
six
liked
we
the other
roll or
play.
things like this, now you would have been happy. Okay. Now we're going to count.
Want to play some hearts?
Okay.
That's fine. Yeah.
So let's count. This is 30. These are 6. I count all these as 3s. So it's 45, 53, 62. I'll hold the 62. They've got 20 plus another 12 and a half. It's 32 and a half, 38 and a half, 49 and a half. Oh, these add up to 25, right? 38 and a half plus 25 is 63 and a half. 62 to 63 and a half, not enough.
But there is no contact.
Yeah, I think we're okay. That's what I counted their wastage when I analyzed them. I'm gonna.
Huh? Yes. I'm a double.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hold on to a couple.
Yeah, I'll go get it after. That's fine. Thank
Crossover?
you. Yeah, and crossover. Yeah, same thing.
Still looks pretty close. I might do an EPC here, just to. This should be, right? I mean, hip count, 35, 30. We have 48 just in terms of the hip count, and they've got 29, 40, 51.
Having to leave a gap here for this.
No, I don't care about this gap. It's a self-filling gap. Gaps here I count more.
To make sure.
So what do we got?
Because it was going to be very difficult to beat me with only one, but with two. You were. Yes, exactly. Yeah. But I made a mistake. But then I rolled the 4-1, and I was forced. You hit me. Made that mistake. The one that I rolled the 6-4. The next one. If I remember correctly. I don't know.
Wait a minute.
Matt, you know how to play art. The Queen space, you don't know that. Everybody I played in college, I can't remember. Yeah, we need a fourth player. But the smart can play, none of us can play. You want to play?
I got a match right now.
Oh, you got a match?
I think we're just shy of
I
it.
thought you were going to play. Good luck.
The score maybe is tempting, but I'm going to give it.
That was an exciting game. Come on, nice game, especially the game that at the end you rolled up.
They're real big now.
You got it.
Oops, sorry.
That was a hell of a game.
I got it.
It was weak.
We were just shy of the double, and that one was, we took off the lower. I think we have a double. Okay, without even counting much, we doubled.
Again, you know, because you're a game player.
So you can tell me how you would do this, how would play out. And I'll tell you how I would.
So I'm.
So this board, because of the way it's
We've already got 2 off. I don't have any. They're gonna have 4 off after this one. I got a lot of wastage. I'm gonna pass.
Okay. That's good. They do have 2 more off, so they're definitely, they're clearly ahead. Basically, they're going to have 4 checkers off before we open them. That's a good, solid advantage. I'm going to do Keith count for myself first and adjust do an adjustment. So they have 42 pips here. 42 with wasted would be 43, 44. I would say 48. I divide that by 7, which is actually 6. That's 48 plus 6 is 54. Remember 54 for me. We have 42, 40, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52. So the way Keith count works, that by itself would be right on the borderline of double take. I also know that it's 6 away, even away. We have to be slightly better. Ever so slightly better to take. And I didn't account, which I often do, for just they actually do have 2 crossovers. Normally in the race, I always imagine I'm figuring them already 1 crossover behind when they're on. That's because they're leading, so they normally are. And now it's 2. So I actually think it's a pass.
It's a pass.
Which means maybe it was a double last.
I don't think it was. Okay. I was against the double last.
Hey, Chris.
Hey, how are you?
Okay.
How you doing? You win?
Is your match ongoing?
It's ongoing. We're playing double. You need help?
Yeah, I just want you to bless me.
Okay, yeah.
But if he'd have said double,
What's that?
if he'd have said it's a double, take
Or
it.
take, if he said
I'd
take,
have
you
said,
would
let's
take
go.
Well, I think that's a smart move because he's smart.
I'm there. I would have gone either way. I was saying, if you'd have said take it, I'd have taken it in a heartbeat.
Which is smart.
If you had the numbers to
Well,
back it up, it
hey,
would have
if
been fun
the
to see.
score was a little different, I might say take.
Yeah.
But I would
Now,
say.
now,
I'd
like
say
for
we-
example, at this score, you would have definitely taken.
Oh, this score would be easy to take.
You know.
But I was guessing we're probably around close to around 20%. I'm not sure it's 20 or 20 and a half or something like that.
You ran the numbers, and they speak. Ready?
Yep.
That's us.
That's us.
Awesome sauce.
Double 2. Oh, now I defer to Roberto on this one. Almost.
Because they already started,
Yeah.
because they're forced, maybe bring them all the way to the 5 point.
It might be right. I know that almost every double 2 involves this.
Yes,
I
normally.
mean, so I don't think this is an exception. So I think we'll do this and that we're doing 2 good things instead of 1 great thing. Okay. Roberto, what do you
That's the correct play.
That is correct. He knows
The
the
rule
opening.
with double 2s is
Pause on that.
yeah. The rule with double 2s is, I mean, if you make an interboard point, you move them all. I mean, 2 of them are here, and as Art said, you're pretty much always bringing 2 down there. There's very few exceptions.
Hard to think of an exception where you don't. I mean, other than it's something where it's an obvious, like you're
6-4,
hitting them. Or
6-4 split, and you get double 2, so
something like that.
you hit. But I remember that. What I remember that is you hit out there. And it's the only time you do with double 2s. So
Oh, I do know the double. I know that's the only.
I
time
remember
you-
the exception.
I do,
because
exactly.
it helps you remember that the other ones aren't that.
Exactly. Yes. Same. Okay.
We can go.
So for the 5-1, I'm thinking 5.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Double 4. Nice. Very nice. Make the 5 point or we run. If we have enough of a racing lead, it could be right to run all the way. Although, there's something to be said for 2 really good things, the 9 point and the bar point. I think I would choose that over the 5 point, although the 5 point makes the rack, which is also a great one. You could spend hours on this one, right? If I quickly count, we will have 143 after the roll, and we have 150. We'll be up 12 pips.
I like hitting the bar points.
there is something to be said for running all the way when you have a big racing lead. We're up 12 pips after the roll. Remember the Pratt +1 idea? That's sort of like you can.
And that's big enough, 12.
I think it's pretty good. I mean, think of it this way: if we have a big racing lead, being stuck here, that racing lead could work to our disadvantage as we're trying to get off that point, right? I have a feeling this is right. Nah.
My negative side, it's only race. So you're only playing the race game. The other one keeps prime and blitz open. And you always still have
these are great points to make.
When you have both, I think you're leaving all game plans open. So
All right, so I'm going to do 2 6s together.
yeah. And since now we're kind of got this raise, I don't want to give them this kind of tempo advantage by jumping out right now. I just want to make it kind of intimidating that we have a strong board also. And we got good race numbers and bring it in and make a point.
Take it.
Yep. Oh, well now.
See, I knew it. Yeah, but that we could have run from there anyway. So.
Yeah.
I think they have.
All right.
Yeah, it's these rigged online dice.
That's right. Okay, so now we were down 12. Now we're up here. We can't really get here. Yes, we.
How about just leaving that up there and making the key points?
No. Then they have a direct shot on it.
No. Leave these two up there.
Okay.
And make the.
Oh, like doing this. That's a pretty smooth distribution, and these checkers are still in pretty good shape.
And we'll double check.
Okay, I'll make it work.
Can you make this point?
Well, that's the big question. Since I hate that point, and this is kind of the best point, I would go for it. It does put a little pressure on them. They don't have that many builders.
Right.
And I have another rule. I mean, one of my rules, I'm not completely sure it's time to make that 23 point. I don't do it. Because when you make it, you pretty much have to break it right away. And, yeah.
And their strong board is a deterrent to us hitting loosely.
No double this time.
3. All right. Well, I guess we go
Order what they had. So we got Blockamundos up there. I think you're right. I think we can do that. Wait, stop, back up. We can look at something else too. But see, nothing else really, like if you break contact, we're not making another point. We're not doing it.
Do you
So,
want to bring him up to the 5?
we can, but then we have 3 more. And I don't want to do it if we're going to leave a block inside. If I did that, I'd probably want to leave 2 blocks inside. So I would just take the ace here.
Okay. Yes?
Yeah.
3, 2. Oh, you don't want to leave a shot. They've got such a strong board. That's all I see.
Wow.
Well, now we'll jump out.
1,
And I suggest bringing 2 down.
2, 3.
And then look at go into the ace with 1. Yeah, that looks
And it's all 4s, right?
Yeah.
If you come out.
Yeah.
If we come out. So that's good?
Yeah. Or if we don't come out, we'd have to put another checker to the ace.
We do have a strong board. 1, 4.
I would hit this one. That 4 is too strong to double hit. I would. No, make the 2 point.
Since you decided. I'll go with that one.
Because it was the correct one. Took me a second to see it.
All right. Now, obviously, we're in a strong position. We double.
Yeah, I think it's a good 10, 20, 32.
It was grayed out.
I think we should.
Are we too good to double? Are you sure it's a pass? Let me ask you.
No, I think it's a take.
Oh, well then we can't be too good to double. So then let's just double, right? Okay. And let them decide.
Your thoughts on it? You want to ask me first?
I want to ask you.
Of course. So, I'm concerned that, so with two open marks to come in, it's still about a 50% chance of coming in,
Yeah.
give or take. I still got this man here that's a concern, because now if he puts two on the board, on the bar, that's going to make it a lot more difficult. But he's still got to bring these around, and so it's, I'd be comfortable with taking the double.
Yeah, I think the 26 numbers hit, so 26 times we're going to have two guys on the bar. So that leaves us.
How many of those 26 do you win?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
So
and
too many hits.
And yeah, I would definitely wager that we're definitely going to lose gammon more often. We're going to win out of those 26 hits.
Gotcha.
So our gammons get up there. So this is in the
So it's up
what I
there.
call this the 915 territory, which is the area code for El Paso, Texas.
I was wondering, wait,
And the 915.
I got to learn this one.
915. El Paso.
El Paso.
Not only that, I also agree with strong pass, but if you think that it's maybe a take, well, maybe your opponent will take. First of all, you should, in your advanced division, you should almost never be, well, I won't say almost never are you too good, but if you are questioning it, just double. They might take.
You don't know what they're going to do. Use the information from the same game that you've had. You don't know opponents can see, are they a little more aggressive, are they passive, are they crazy takers? You know, you can manipulate. If someone passes often, you could easily roll on maybe for too good, because if they get a decent roll, they'll pass. If it's someone that you see is like aggressive and kind of scheming, takes a lot, ship it.
You're playing against a guy who refuses to lose against a girl. Well, yeah.
Honestly, you don't know how many times when I was, teaching my wife Irina, who's a strong, who's a strong player. Now, when we'd go over positions, and I'd be like, "How can you double this? Like, why'd you double that?" I was like, "Well, they pass, and they're passing no doubles." So she was getting it right. Okay, I can't say anything.
Don't argue with success.
If they're gonna pass, you should double.
We were also behind by about 11 pips in the race, so they have ways of getting back into the game.
Oh yeah.
We had two open points in our board. It was they had a strong board. It wasn't going to be easy for us to close them out. So I didn't think we were too bad.
Yeah, closeout stuff. We have a strong board. The closeout stuff we got, because often closeouts involve leaving a shot, and you hit it, you can kind of recover from that. But if the race is even, like we were even ahead, and our board's strong, you get hit, it's kind of, you've lost the game 75% of the time if you dance. So it's rough.
Well,
Okay.
that's another strategy, is you hide the board so they can hide it.
I put it where everybody can see it.
Now, when I played in at a recent tournament, Jack Edelson, and it must have been in Madison. Well, I didn't play in Madison, but I played him in.
You played him. I thought you were talking
Jack
history.
But and John O'Hagan I was playing a match against John O'Hagan, who had played against Jack Edelson, and I said, well, where do you keep the cue when the middle of the board is occupied, right? And this is the Jack Edelson rule. Whoever is trailing in the score, the cube is put on their side.
Oh, trailing the side. That's a good.
Because they're more likely to need or have access to the cube. Whereas the leader almost ought to have a barrier to, doubling.
And that's what we did.
So the Edelson rule is. Anyway, all right. So that's another rule. The Edelson. And they get 3-1. Not fortuitous, but even more fortuitous.
That was fortuitous.
That's fortuitous. For 3 of us. Well, the 3 is here, right?
Yeah.
For sure. And then which 4?
Over there. Well,
I guess with when in doubt, and they only have 8 in the attack zone, they haven't split their checkers. I think it's right to split while it's relatively safe. We have the stronger board.
And I got you.
Awesome. That's what you hope for. 5-4 is blocked, and we get 6-3. So.
5-1. There's the 5.
Nice and smooth for them. Straight backgammon here. There's our blocked 5-4 that we'd love to make it with.
We can bring him around.
Yeah, bring him home. That's the play. We're not going to. Everything else leaves a shot. So. We're leading the race.
Because we hit send him home.
Make the 3-point. No, it's not too dangerous. We have a stronger board.
Bring the 5 down, the 2.
The 2's fine over here, I think. I like making points. All right, I'll trade the 8 for the 3. Not too many shots.
It's a good trade. It's a good trade.
And a good roll.
Thank you. A good trade. We'll take it.
3-2.
I think we make the 2-point over there.
Let's make another point.
I think
Why not?
This formation, I call this the claw. It's like a bear claw to me. It's,
Oh, yeah?
it's very
Yeah.
dangerous too.
Yeah. All right, are we
Yeah.
thinking about double yet?
No. When they got double anchor, we're not thinking about a double until we've cleared this at least, and then consider different criteria. But for now, it's just
Not with a double anchor.
low volatility. Let's just keep playing.
Unless we had horrible timing or something.
Yeah, something.
I can bring him down. I can move him 3 and him 2.
I like bringing the guy down. This is our stack. No, this guy down. This guy down.
This guy down.
He's stacked. We want more spares here. Yeah.
5, 6. There's the 5. I'm not sure about the 6, right? I mean, anchors are nice, but we're going to eventually get rid of that. I don't know that I want to get rid of the spare from the 6 yet, although this is a good place to be. I just don't know. I could be talking into this. Because, we're focused on this. And if we get hit, we got... Let's try it.
The other option last time that could have been right, but I don't know, is going here and stepping up. But I really didn't want him with a number like that to be able to hit from back here. I'd prefer him to hit here and leave these guys back.
Strip arm.
So he's not doing two good things. He's kind of he's in between. He doesn't know if he's playing a back double anchor game or he's trying to move forward and close us out. He's kind of doing both. He's trying to see which one pays off.
Okay.
Yep.
So, 4 here.
Yep.
Our 5's either coming down or jumping.
Popping out. So now he's stripped. He'll hit us, but he'll give up outfield control.
That's the next point we want. I'm not sure. I think that's the next point we want, and I think I'd rather have 2s and 4s. But I think I want prioritizing that one.
Cover and run.
Well, show me your play. What do you mean by run?
Cover and then run.
No.
Nope.
I don't like dumping behind the anchor like that.
Especially when there's a
Yeah.
good alternative.
6 and 3. Yeah, so we'll do that.
Nice, solid 8.65. Okay, well, we gotta start thinking about giving something up. Do we give up this anchor, or do we give up that anchor?
So I would give up the 3-point.
I like that.
Because if we gave up this one, they could hit us with these 3. If we give up this one, they don't have as many shots on this one.
Eventually, we're going to need to get off. This is a good 5-point anchor. We don't have the timing for a back game. Okay.
Good to go?
Yep.
Perfect.
Still want to make that point. They can't go anywhere, so it's like that's all we do.
Almost.
That's an awesome roll. It's an awesome roll.
Bring him down?
Yes.
Well, the good news is we make this point. The bad news is it might not matter.
Well, is it better to make this point or to move that on the
Only if you're taking this key.
Keep shipping.
Because they've got a big...
I was looking away. I didn't realize.
I know. You may have had markers.
I think we missed the double there.
The earlier row?
Maybe when he ran that out.
You got 103, and we've got...
Maybe.
Maybe not. This is just so powerful with the builder.
59, 72. We got 130.
I know that there's no bad rolls.
I think we pass.
Yes.
We pass.
The best.
Because they've got race, and then they're just going to gradually bring it in and sort of...
So that's the problem they get in these positions, is trying to do both things. He's trying to, like, he can attack and race, but then if we escape, he no longer has the timing of the back guy. So he no longer has a double anchor game.
Yes.
And he has a lousy holding game. It gets into, like, what we call the dead zone. Okay, because when you have, holding game, you're good around 30 pips. Double anchor games, start off, you need to have at least 60. And then in the middle is just a horrible game for both. You don't know which way you're leaning. It's kind of this dead zone.
Rocky.
Yep.
Oh,
it would be when you get it.
One point for you, right?
Yes. Give yourself one too.
I've got to use that too.
Okay, good to go.
Okay, then use it or lose it.
Oh, by all means. I'm so sorry. The 6-2 is yours.
Are we supposed to be swapping?
No, I want you to keep rolling. If we run low on time, I'll take over.
Okay.
Good.
I want to hit.
Yep.
Nope.
Yeah, we're gonna hit. And the rule is when you hit with that 6, you split from the back.
Split from the back.
When you hit with the 1, you bring another one down. When you hit with the 6, you split.
Okay.
It would be a good role if I didn't have to come in.
You're wherever you go, man. It's the red carpet.
Everything ugly here.
I'm not really sure either. I might just come to the 20 point, but I really don't know.
So this is interesting.
Do the double hit, or I can cover here.
The cover here, our 4s are kind of weak.
I can bring the 4 up to
I like hitting with the A's, for sure. So put them on the bar like that. And so normally, like if this blot wasn't here, normally I like to fight for this point to make it. But now he has 2 ways to hit us back if we move something else. And he hit us here and here. So I would go for the double.
Nice roll.
Comes in and points on our head.
Isn't that amazing?
I know you would have. I knew Art wasn't going to let something else go by.
Love it.
You should have said, "Oh, I didn't see that."
Actually.
So I can't do the 3, so he's vulnerable no matter what, so...
Let's see how his numbers play. So, yeah, I like that 3's fine. It's not that. That's a 1. It's not as great for him. He's got good 1s on that side of the board. Except that. That was probably the best one.
Nope.
That was the best unduplicated one he had. That and 5.
Right, there's my 1. I can come out.
Yep.
Alright, so this might be a good time to look at the Pratt, right? So we have our race is, I get us at 152, they're at 167. So we got about 15 pips in the race, that's a full 1. Position, a little bit of a better position. We got some threats. Yeah, decent threats, right? And they got that ace there. I love the blot on the ace one. A little bit gammonish, and at this score, we're a little more aggressive than usual, even though we're winning. I say ship it.
John Safari, you in the room, please? I need to see you up front. John Safari.
Without proving it, I think it's a take. I mean, I think I take it.
Yeah, so what I always think about this score is, one, I know from reference, our raw take point is just higher if it was a pure race. Like, okay, we can't take as much. Our take point's probably a little under 25%.
Okay.
So then we adjust the gammons. Well, their gammon value it's also slightly higher than it normally is.
And if the gammon wins the match.
Yeah, that's kind of why it makes it that the gammon values are higher. Now, how many gammon values are here? I mean, I always ask, are we winning more or less than the initial position? Well, I think we're clearly losing more than the initial position. We've gained absolutely nothing from the initial position. We've lost a checker from here, and we've put it there, and we have a block here. So we've gained nothing. They have a few extra points. And this is actually pretty ugly.
So you're saying
this is ugly. This is uglier than normal. I mean, it might be a take, but it's not by much. I don't have any real problems dropping it.
It's dropped in. Okay.
Yeah.
Good calls.
We'll look at that. One of my rules is this: when it's so easy to set up a position to the initial start position, you're leaning towards pass, especially at the store.
I call it my rule of thumb.
Rule
I
of
can
thumb.
reset the position with my
Two
thumbs.
thumbs.
That is probably a pass.
Rule of thumb.
Especially when the score leaned in the other end.
I love it. Okay. Well, I guess we'll take that.
Yeah.
Well, they just showed us how to play it.
Yeah, I'm glad they. Otherwise, it would
Both
be.
have.
And we'd have spent a lot of clock time on
Both
that.
have the giraffe. That's for sure. Well, yeah, that's maybe.
You want to bring the three to there.
So there's two things. So back it up for a second. Back this one up. Back that one up too. So another player just come up with a 3 and down with a 4. Now, if we were the ones leading, I'd have no hesitation to want to bring both checkers up here.
Okay.
But we're not. So I want to get checkers down, and I'd rather them at this point. So I would flip with the 3 and down with the 4. I think,
And why not bring 2 down in this position?
it's still so early. I'm still splitting. It's not that aggressive of a score that I'm bringing 2 down.
Okay.
I'm a very do things on both sides of the board person.
Oh, and I'll give you 2 other reasons. Don't
Strip
strip
into
this
this
point
Yeah, that's
so
the main
early.
thing,
That's a
Yeah, I mean, they hit back, and then we can't hit them.
And the next time you use that to hit. There's a lot of bullets, and from.
I mean, if we hadn't already played the 6-1, 2 down could be something reasonable.
Second of all, now I know this dinosaur position is a little different, but we're not seeing daylight. Our 5s and 6s are blocked. So whenever our 5s and 6s are blocked, to me it's like a big priority that they want to see daylight, right? So that I'd be inclined to move that almost regardless. And so bringing 2 down not only stripped, it also prevented you from seeing it. Would prevent them from seeing it. Okay. 4-3. Just do it. No.
That's what I would do. Because
You're not looking at my play. I could be wrong, but it's how to play on it. It's almost. I mean, yeah, you got 2 little blots, but only one's in direct range, right?
well, when they come in, they can
You
only
do get
hit
hit
one
back about half
anyway.
the time, but we have the stronger board.
Yeah.
You're doing 2 good things. You're making a point and putting them and hitting them. So.
There's one.
Get them out of there.
2, 3.
2, 3. And now let's strip the midpoint.
So we're rated anyway.
Yeah, we didn't want to stay there. Okay.
Okay.
Well, this is not as good as it looks. It's not as smooth as it would seem.
Do you want me to come out?
Well, we still have to think about we have 3 more after we do that. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
See how the
That's
other
what I'm
3
worried
go
about.
first.
Yeah. So I think I want to move these 2 and make a point. At least block.
Look at that little buddy.
And if we do that, it's 2 down. That's okay. Back it up. Back it up. And I think that's going to have to be it because the other option is, we could come out, come down with 2 and slot. Dupes 1s, we're giving them 6s. We still haven't made a point. So I think I'm making that point. I'd probably bring 2 down. Yeah, that's fine. I'm just going to hope we're not going to get hit and make a 4 after an escape.
Didn't get hit.
Good play.
I want to play a priming game. We're priming to borrow soap.
Now do we come out?
Well, we could jump out. And this is a very interesting position, actually, which I'm gonna screw up on it.
Make this point.
No, it wouldn't be that one. If we make a point, it'd be the 4 point here.
The 4 point.
That's our beautiful kind of situation. Okay, that's plan A. Plan A is always looking at jumping out.
Right.
So let's look at that. So bring it out here. So this, we have 15 numbers that hit with a 4 there. Plus
7, 8, and 9s.
plus 7s, 8s, and 9s. That's a lot of numbers here. It adds what? 6, 3, 3, 5, 2, 5, 2, 6, all the 4s. So I would just make the 4 point and not even stuff up. We kind of got in this weird position where this 6.
Only one.
That's no. Move this 6
This 6.
and then that 2.
Oh, 6, 2 on this.
Yeah.
Good?
Yeah.
Might have doubled the other play. I think we have to roll. Good roll.
Yeah.
Now, before we double, we have to think about it because we might be too good. Maybe we're not good enough, but we're in a really bad shape. Right? I only double at this score if it were money score that I'd be pretty sure it's a pass, and for money I'm pretty sure it's a pass. So, are we possibly too good? I don't know.
We have
We
direct
still have to
threats on him.
escape. Yeah.
He has to come into our board, which is 3 strong.
It's
He
a
has
3-point board, not a 4-point
Yeah.
board.
And that's a 67% chance of coming.
75% chance he'll come in if we don't make another point. I may be wrong, but I'm inclined to go.
Is it okay if we put it down on the board?
So we take the double and we lose, we go to Crawford. 3, going Crawford up to 3, try to get to 7.
I mean, we're ahead in the race,
In the race.
but this is a big thing where the race stops being in this position. We've completely lost everything out here. We're completely disconnected. That, I've been given a number race-wise of what that equates of how bad we are positionally. Could only do something like that, especially since we have 2 back. We're no longer a hard-to-hold bar of soap. Getting 2 guys around here, it's going to be hell. I mean, we'd be in a better position here if we were further behind in the race with these checkers back here, and that would be about even the race. And we'd be in a better position.
That's probably a draw.
Or further behind in the match.
I mean, I could come in with a 3-2.
Yeah, even if we do that, we're not like, we path to victory is, like you said, coming with a 3-2 and having a successful forward attack before he jumps out, and then we bring it around. That's
asking a lot.
And we
it
don't
seems
roll a
like
one
a big
this turn.
parlay. So I would drop it. A 1 or 2-6 or 4-4, 3-3 is great. 5-5, 6-6, 6-5. Whoa, I don't know.
So, Stephen, one of the things, I heard you say, oh, this will bring us to Crawford and everything. Once upon a time in my youth, I was very much thinking about, oh, if I win, I get to this score. If I lose, I get to that score. Eventually, I learned that every score in a 7-point match has its own personality.
Okay.
And I almost there's almost no math involved in it. It's really just like, at a 3-away, 5-away score, if I'm ahead 3-away, I'm only going to double if I think it's a clear pass at a normal
Maybe
score.
think of something really funny, actually, because I like that. The way to like remembering things. You're almost going to make these like comic cartoons, like teaching to kids different scores.
Right.
It's like, oh, I'm 2-away, 4-away.
That's
Like,
right.
That's he's like
If
the
I
bully.
smell gammon,
He's
I
the
know.
bully. He's like, I'm bully. I'm going to hit him, and the other guy is like, the timid guy. Or, you get all these personalities.
They
for each
really
score.
are. I mean, it's a personality thing more than and that personality is very much based on all the math. And a lot of math went into those personalities, but you could almost take the math out of it. You do math when you say things like how many numbers are hitting and how strong is my position, but the spending the time calculating match probabilities and Crawfords and stuff is bad. This time you don't want to spend with a clock, even if there was no clock, you wouldn't want to.
Okay. Good to know.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
I do. 6-3.
6.
Perfect.
6-2 for us. No, 6-1. That is really different.
Yeah, just jet.
And this is the kind of score where if I even smell a gammon, I'm not doubling. I throw those gammons away.
So I'm going to hit here.
I'm not so sure. I don't think I'm smelling it that bad. I think I just go to 5. Let's focus on building a prime. I don't want to lose the prime option.
Well, I can
Come in with the 2.
come in with a 2.
Yeah,
Point on the 2.
Go ahead and make the 2 here. It might be right or wrong, but that's a lot of checkers to attack with, so we can break it later.
Nice roll.
For
Since you're ahead in
example.
the race already and you have partial
Oh man,
time
thank you.
like this,
Yes, perfect.
Okay, what do we got here?
So I'm going to do the 6 here.
Yeah, it's 5. No, bring the 5 down. Yeah, a little. I think that's a little too much. We never get to split that guy again. That's why I hate making that one. Yep.
Yeah, no reason to. Not only that, there's a lot of contact. That's an interesting role.
I mean, I could bring one of those down and give up the bar point.
Giving them a lot of shots.
Not sure what it is.
Well, it's giving them
I guess we have to give them shots no matter what. But I think where I'd most want to do it, this is my suggestion, is 5 and slot. Because if they miss, we've got a really nice, we can build that 5 correct. Let's do this.
So we got 5, 6.
Yep.
They're kind of forced here, because they can't move. There's your 6.
Take this one back.
Yeah,
The one
smooth
down.
with the 1. Yeah, they're gonna. That's all I got. least they got 2 blocks.
Pass one of them.
Yeah.
It's too
I would, well, I don't know. I would make the 5-pointer.
2, 3.
Yeah, and then I'd bring it in. This is like weak contact, but this time they do have blocks. We're going to focus on covering that.
I don't think he's going to hit it. Good roll.
And they did.
I need to cover this, but I can't hit.
Oh, so he's better than him. They made a 5 prime, and they're not at the edge of it.
Couple of them in.
Yeah. One. Yeah, that's good. Just do this. 2 and then 2. So it kills our 6s now. We don't have to move 6s. Yeah.
You would say it's too good.
I wouldn't say too good. It's not that amateur. The question is, how strong are we? I don't like those checkers there. If I was doubled here, would I be sure that there's a take? You know, have a busted 2-point board against a 5 anchor. I'm not sure I would take. Let's give the cube and let them decide. Okay, because I'm not sure. And sometimes when you're not sure, sometimes when
well, it's a for match for us.
If we take
We
it,
take, but even if we put, it's still not for match.
it's still not for match for us. It's the match for them.
Yeah. So because of that, so when it's going to be the match for both players,
Yeah.
our take point is the match equity if we pass. Okay? But now if we re-rip, we're not going to win. We're just going to be up 6-5. And so it works out that if the score, take points, basically it's around 22%. Our question, our line in the sand is, do we win this about 22% of the time? Because we don't care if we lose gammons anymore. That's irrelevant once he doubles. Now, to that 20%, 22%, we could technically add the gammons that we would win, because we would benefit something from those gammons. But I don't see us winning more than 1 or 2% in any scenario. Not even that. So do we win this 22% of the time? This is a clear pass for money.
see, that's why I didn't know the answer to that question, which was why I don't.
Yeah, it's a clear pass for money. But money also has the gammons involved. But from this, there's not a lot of gammons even for that. Even when you are playing for money, the gammons are probably only around, I think it's like in the 7% range from here or something. So I probably just let it go.
You probably would.
Let it go.
Let it go.
I think it's close.
I think so.
I'm not sure.
You think it's
It might be a take.
yeah.
I
You know,
think it's close.
again, with a strong board, you can easily take because you know.
If I had a 6-point board and had a little bit of time in, I think I'd take it.
Yeah, I'm not sure I would double.
But
I'd feel
you know,
more.
and if I could maintain a 5-point board, I'd also say it. But I can't. I'm not going to maintain the 5-point board.
Right.
either.
And you're not even at the edge of the front.
Yeah. So now it's not looking good.
12-foot cards?
That's
We're
okay.
going
They
to win
know
the
it's
Crawford
good.
and Gammon on a
So
double.
yeah. So our match equity here, 1 away, 5 away, is 16%.
Okay. Ready?
So we have 16% of our playing chances.
It's all yours.
Go for it.
Oh, it's
Oh, before we start, question for you. Do we care about getting gammons at this score? Is in this game? And the same question for you. How badly do you want to win a gammon? Is it more than normal, the same as usual, or not at all?
We don't care if we have a gammon.
Not if we gammon them, but what about us being gammon?
Okay.
Do we? How much does a gammon hurt us? More than usual or less than usual?
So if we gammon you, it's going to be 6-4. A double on the next an automatic double on the next game, it's just going to get us to 6-6. So it's almost a free gamble.
Let's say less.
So you're saying is this is not important?
It's not important.
It's almost completely unimportant.
Unimportant.
You're now at the stage where after next game, instead of playing for ones, you're playing for twos.
Whereas we were three.
So I mentally imagine I turn that even number to the largest even number out there, which would be 6. And if the score were 6-6, you wouldn't care about winning the game. If the score were 6-5, you'd care a lot about winning the game. Right? So, because that's an even number, pretend it's 6-6, the next even number. Okay. And say, oh, okay, I don't care about winning.
So it's immaterial at this point.
So, right. So and that means we can take some chances that we might otherwise not do if we were afraid of getting gambled. Now, you can't go completely nuts because backgammons hurt us a lot. But backgammons are still pretty rare. So.
And we were at 3 different issues.
6-3, we play kind of like normal. Gammons hurt us about in almost the same way as money, which shocked me when I first learned it.
Yeah, but you don't gain them, so it's a little different. Like the gammons lost.
It's kind of like
gammons
normal.
lost.
But if it were 6-5, we care a lot. 6-3, 6-1, it's kind of like money. We care in the normal way. That shocked me when I first did it. And I can't tell you, it was less than 10 years ago.
Okay.
It was like, what?
Yeah, at first I didn't understand it a lot myself.
Someone told me that. I said, no, John O'Hagan told me that. John O'Hagan? What? I always learned that, gammon up. I was wrong. Anyway, play. Yes, that's good.
Come out with 6.
Yeah, and I would keep going.
Keep going?
Yeah. When they got 4 checkers there in the 8, I'm kind of looking to keep going.
Okay.
Yeah,
the fortified ace point, 8 points.
and see, it was a good choice.
I'm thinking about.
You can't get them out.
So you're still there. Recorded. You were a fucking no-show. Who was telling you
See, we don't really care if we get gammon, so we can experiment if we want.
Okay.
But see, the only real plays I see is we can move this checker to here. Okay. I'd rather not have if he hits us on this side of the board, not that one, to help us prime at this point.
Okay.
That goes to direct 6. But if we do that, we could also hit with 3 and come down. Why don't we try that? Or go here. Do that.
Nice roll.
No,
start with that one. Start with hitting. Over there.
Oh.
That's for sure. That's 1. And we don't care about winning a gammon, so 2, like you did. Maybe bring 2, or one up and 1 down.
Yeah, I would think exactly 1 here, and 1 here.
I like that. I may be wrong, but I like that.
Nice.
So I'm going to come on the 2 and hit on the 1?
Yep.
You're going to hit us, but I guess I don't see much.
I don't want to come in on the 1, so I can safety that.
You could come in on the 3 and maybe play the 1 here. There?
7.
That's okay. It's about the same number of shots. And now that they hit us, let them hit us on the 3 point instead of the 4 point.
So that's one play, and that's probably what I want to do. The other one's anchoring, but again, since we don't really care about G's, I would make the 5 point. Nothing of that. A different score, I might consider the other play.
Gotcha.
Let's run them out. Run the last checker. We're missed.
That?
Yeah, that's better than 2-1.
It's an okay situation. Ooh, nice roll.
Patrick Keys, you're not in the room in 10 minutes. Your clock will start and you'll be assessed penalty points.
You don't even have to
You
count.
can take a half-hour break.
He does not roll. Count it.
Yep.
Because I like to count. Oh, nice. Yeah, bring him down. Bring him down. Doesn't matter whether ahead or behind in the race. Yeah, good play.
No. Just bring the 6 down.
An in or
No. Just make the prime. I mean, could have brought it down too. That could have been right. I don't think in.
I think we just gradually bring him
Well,
in,
we can't from here, so we would have to.
or we can play those two.
That still gives us a crossover if it ends up
And then
turning
next
into a race.
turn, we'll bring
But it
these
still
in, and
gives
then
us.
the next
We
one.
don't want to get rid of the prime if we end up getting the hit. So 2 down.
We have 100 picks.
Yeah.
They have 136 pips. So we're up 36 pips in the race, so we're just going to bring him home. Bring him home. Yes.
Yeah, that's 3. And then down with 4.
Bring it down.
If I want, but I get it.
Bring it in. We can win.
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay, either one. I'm nervous trying to on that one.
Just make the 6 prime. Make the 6 prime. Yeah, I don't think we're winning the race, so just make it.
Take 2 off. I don't see any reason not
We'll
to.
play for the contact, and if we hit, we can win. So slot. And then move that one also. Yep.
Take 2 off. It's a 0 position. No, nothing leaves the shots. 0 is 0.
Yep.
No. Now let's clear. I think it's safe.
run?
Yeah, run with 1.
3, 5.
No, let's go all the way. We probably don't want crossovers now because we want to be able to wait here to get that shot because that's the only chance we have.
Scoot them over, yeah. Fewer shots. Just need to avoid 6 particular numbers.
Yep.
Nice match, guys.
That's it. Good match.
That was great.
Thank you.
Good match.
Thank you. I learned a lot.
It was a pleasure.
Yeah, it was a
I
pleasure.
really enjoyed
yeah.
it, and I learned a lot.
Yeah, nice meeting you. Glad you enjoyed it. Too bad we couldn't win.
Well, it was
We'll win next time.
the lesson was